Good morning everybody, welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video right here. On XRP we're going to do a full update. Now to be fair, not much has changed since yesterday. The market as a whole held pretty well, right? I mean, if you take a look at Bitcoin had a pretty significant bullish breakout, I would say. Or breakout, I'm not sure if you can call it a breakout, but a pretty significant reclaim at least. And XRP so far, I mean, with the strength we had over the course of yesterday, unfortunately we weren't even able to break above 2.18, which is a bit of a relevant intraday resistance level, at least for now. So that's in general a bad sign on the short term, but that was also to be expected, right? What I told you on Saturday, what I told you on Sunday, and what we spoke about already as well on Friday when we had that high volume move down. My apologies, a little bit of an itchy nose, very annoying always. But we've been talking about XRP going lower for longer, right? And at this point of time, I would love to tell you that we can actually expect some bullish momentum, but there's absolutely no sign of that. First of all, if you take a look at XRP BTC, right, so the relative strength of XRP against Bitcoin, that is still trending down, and so it's also respecting the 7-day rolling VWAP very much, which is a bit of a bad sign. And even though it is true that we are getting closer to a high time frame support level, at this point of time we're not there yet, right? And this downtrend can continue for a couple more days, and XRP can continue to drop down another 6% here. And still be on top of that support, right? So that is not really providing us with any strength right now either. And then, like I said, I mean, if you take a look at the volume right here for XRP, it is extremely low. If you take a look at the open interest for XRP, there's no real conviction. I mean, you can see that with the strength we had overnight for Bitcoin, we also saw some leverage being opened on XRP. But then very, very quickly, it started to get closed out again already, right? So there's no conviction. And in these areas, at least, we're still being capped at that level at 2.18 as resistance. So for now, look, on the higher time frames, do I think this support level right here between 2.07 and 1.96 is going to be a good buy area? Yes, but what that does mean is that right now we're at 2.15, and 2.15, look, if you go back over the last month or so, you can see we held balance in this area right here between 2.2 and 2.05 quite regularly. So this is quite a strong area for XRP to find balance in. However, finding balance at this point of time, while we are trading at 2.15, I think makes it more likely that we'll see some bearish pressure into the lower ends of that balance right here. So towards 2.05, which is the value area low of the entire balance that we have been in since December. And that we will not see a rally, right? I would even go as far as saying that if we see some more recovery from Bitcoin, which I would say is quite likely, due to how XRP BTC is looking, in combination with the momentum that we see specifically from XRP, like, yes, will we follow Bitcoin slightly? Yes, but then we'll just get up to 2.22 and 2.25 with no apparent indication that we're going to break out. So no, what I would expect right now for XRP, to a certain extent, is stability, but I do think the big move that we're getting, or the big move that's most likely from this balance, is a move into 2.05 at the value area low, to first of all test the buyer's conviction, right? So to see if we can actually get a strong reaction from that level, but also to grab some more liquidity. Perhaps even down here towards this level right here at $2, which is normally quite high with liquidity. And then from there bounce back up, and then from there I think we have a higher chance to actually start rallying again. And that would also probably align with a support touch for XRP BTC. But that I'll keep you updated on. For now, I think that's what you need to know. So hopefully it helps. But for now, thank you for watching. Have a great week, of course, and bye.